Welcome back everyone for another anti-malware test review. We will be testing two not so well-known products. We're throwing them in the mix today. It is Arcabit Internet Security and it's going up against MaxSecure Total Security. So we've got Arcabit on the left and we got Total Security on the right. So both these machines are fully up to date with Windows updates. You can see they check for updates, no more updates available. Okay, so this is Arcabit on the left. Okay, so let's quickly have a look see at our settings. So for protection, it's on default action notification, but we set it to move to quarantine. Heuristic is set to high, and the extra settings, all of them have been enabled. Safe storage has been enabled, and we specified only these three folders. We excluded desktop just to make sure it doesn't interfere with the test, as the malware is on the desktop. So those are the three folders. Email protection we're not checking, but it's there. Browser protection is set to high, and USB, and then firewall is enabled as well. Okay, no specific rules. Application controls disabled, and then the round kick EDR is enabled with all the protection areas, and that's about it for the settings. These are just scans, window control, updates, and general. So not much to check there. These are just reports, additional tools that you can use, and that Kulka is actually a game that they included into the AV. So protection here, this is where you can just quickly switch them on or off, and that is about for Arcabit. Nice, quick and easy. So this is MaxSecure. Obviously between the two, Arcabit definitely looks more modern. The problem that I have with MaxSecure is it feels like settings are all over the place and they're not in one centered location, so you guys will see that. So we'll go to protection center. This is where the firewall part is. So website filter, port blocker, application rules, parental control, email scan, and IDS. So IDS is enabled. And then we'll go to Max Shield here at the bottom. So these are, you can only switch them on or off. You can't edit settings for them. So it's just on or off. So that is that, and then you guys will see under settings there's more. See what I mean? The settings are all over the place. Not a very big fan of it. So these are the custom tools. For advanced, we have enabled almost everything except gaming mode and skip compressed files for scanning. So we want the compressed files to be scanned. We don't want the scan to start up, it will just slow down the machine. Cookies and clean the rootkits as always. Heuristics, clean browser, all of that, as you guys can see, we've enabled. No proxy settings, no nothing there. And then we'll go to options. So exclude cookies, recovery, host, Netflix, startup entries. Now we go to tools. So we initially enabled application control, but it literally blocked everything, hence why we have so many rules, and we just decided to disable it. In the next test we'll most probably enable it, but it was just too tedious. It just blocks way too much, and you first need to exclude it. So as you guys can see, up until at the bottom, then we decided nope, it's too much of hassle. So that is that. Max Script Monitor is to check for ransomware and things like that. We actually disabled that. We actually disabled all the protection on this one already, so hence why it's not enabled. But this is the ransomware protection module. If you've got browser issues, you can fix it. Backups, there's an adware cleaner. If the machine has problems updating, that should fix it. Internet Explorer. So it's got quite a couple of nice tools in it that the majority of AVs don't. It's got a specific rootkit. We'll use that scanner at the end to scan with a full scan. You can submit files and things like that, and virtual keyboard and safe browser. So this is how the browser looks like. So nice and easy. Okay, so that's about that for MaxSecure. It's got a little widget as well. So malware samples for today is 1426. All these malware is only from January, nothing older than that. So all the malware for this month. So we're just gonna quickly disable all the protection, and then we can extract the malware, and then we'll continue the test. Okay, the extraction is finally finished, so I'm just gonna quickly check for updates. Just make sure that these two products are fully up to date before we do the test. And it seems like the products are up to date, so that's good. Just double check it, but they can run in the background. I'm just gonna, so MaxSecure is up to date, that's great. And I think Arcabit is gonna say there's no updates. Okay, I think it is finished. Yeah, update finished, that's up to date. Let's just quickly enable all these protection modules again. I know that was disabled. Okay, so it seems like all protection is enabled. We're not going to use app control and parental control. And for MaxSecure, okay, seems like it is applying it. Let's just double check. Okay, so now you guys can see start monitoring is enabled. Let's just get the Max Shield. Okay, cool. So it's file active monitor. This is the real-time shield, so everything is enabled. You guys can see all the ticks are where they're supposed to be. And yeah, so I think we're ready to rumble. It's just MaxSecure is a bit confusing. Settings are all over the place. Okay, as you guys can see, everything is still enabled. I think we're good to go. Same for Alkabit. It says we are protected. So this is the first time we're testing these products. We have absolutely no idea how this test is going to go, but let's find out together. Okay, so no malware pop-ups as of yet. Okay, so there goes Arcabit. Nice big notification. MaxSecure activity monitor is starting to block, so that's good to see. At least we are getting protection. Oh, okay, so it's individual pop-ups for everyone. Okay, gonna attend to this, guys. Let me sort this malware out. Once it's done, we'll look at the results. Okay guys, so the Arcabit seems to be completed, but it seems like Arcabit is in a bit of trouble. Let's just close all these other open things. A bunch of photos, I'll just close that. Okay, let's look at the other ones. Music. Okay, text file, user agreement. Okay, so here's our first ransomware note. Okay, I think we're almost done, guys. Okay, so a couple of things are running that are not supposed to be here. So you guys can see. Let's look at startup items. Not that many startup items, but we do have obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 PowerShells. Make it 6. And then we'll close that. Okay, so this is the ransomware. Let's just maybe see if we can see which one it is. Okay, I can't really see which ransomware it is, but that's fine. We'll just close this. Okay, so seems like it's partial because we still have some of our third-party opinion scanners available. We at least have Process Explorer. Let's see if we can open that. Nope, might be able to open up it after the restart. Okay, I'm not gonna look at documents and things like that. We're gonna leave that for last. Gonna quickly bounce this machine. Hopefully it will come up again, and then we'll start the full scan for Alkabit. For MaxSecure, it seems like it is doing better so far, because at least the documents and things like that is not encrypted, but it looks like it is stuck on this one. I'm not sure why, but I'll keep an eye on it. But so far it seems like it's doing better, but it still has quite a bit to go. It was a bit behind. So let me just quickly restart this machine, and then I'll show you guys the results. Okay guys, so the test for Arcabit, or actually the scan for Arcabit has been done for quite some time. I'm just battling with MaxSecure to get all the malware executed. There are some of the malware that's randomly restarting the machine, and it's delaying the test because I don't know which malware it is, because it happens too quickly for me to pick up which one it is. So for now, I am just manually executing malware for now. So sorry, the test might be a bit longer, the recording time, but I'm trying to just execute malware manually, just so I can keep it fair for Arcabit, because I don't want to stop the test now, because I'm a bit unsure of how many malware have actually executed on the MaxSecure one. So obviously we have this ransomware thing, but I don't know if there's actually a ransomware infection. So now I'm literally just double clicking on malware. I'm doing it manually. I've even tried to split the malware to execute it bit by bit, but it's still rebooting. So I'm suspecting it is one of these ones here at the top that's doing it. So yeah, just an update from me, guys. So this is the malware that was quarantined by Arcabit. So 631. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to reboot this machine, and then I'm going to start with third-party opinion scans for the Alkabit one. So just an update from me. I'm still trying to execute malware, as you guys can see, manually on the MaxSecure, and then I'll keep you guys updated a bit later. Okay guys, so I'm calling a quit on the test for Max. It seems like we have ransomware infection. I don't want to say finally, but I'm just glad I'm seeing results at this point. So I'm just going to go through everything with you guys. Okay, I'm just closing everything. Disable your antivirus and restart the program. That's totally legit. And let's close this. Cancel. Okay, so as you guys can see, we have some form of encryption. We'll close that. And let's look at the recovery note. Sorry, I know it's a bit slow, but I want you guys to see these results. Now we can close that as well. Okay, there we go. Let's see what ransomware it is. Time ransomware. Okay, so it's time ransomware. Blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Okay, so I think this test is done, guys. We've got partial ransomware infection, as you guys can see. So yeah, let me quickly restart this machine. I'm gonna do a full scan with MaxSecure. I'm gonna start the third-party opinions now for Arcabit, and we'll look at the results at the end. Okay guys, so the MaxSecure scan is finally done. I was trying to do a rootkit scan, but it is just too slow, so I'm going to do this reboot. It's asking to restart to attend to the 17 malware. Once it's up and running, I'll do a rootkit scan, and then I'll start the third-party opinion scans. Okay guys, I think it's time to look at the results. For the MaxSecure machine, this is now I think the 4th time I'm trying to start it up, and in this startup it's been for about 40 minutes, so I don't think this machine is going to start up. So all in all, I waited an hour for all the different reboots and stuff, and it's not getting past this, so I think this machine is broken. For the Arcabit machine, let's quickly look at the results. So for Hitman Pro, obviously you guys can see a couple of malware in the temp folders, but on the desktop, temp again, directly under the user account and etc. So definitely malware on the machine. Let's have a look at Norton. Okay, so those two possible PUPs, and then on the program data, app data, etc. So Norton also not happy. And for MSciSoft, okay, so under the user account, as you guys can see, a bit of malware there, and then app data, and that's about it. Right, so let's look at our documents and stuff. Okay, so obviously our desktop has been encrypted. So it's that same ransomware that infected the ESET machine. Okay. Download seems to be fine, and our document seems to be fine, and our picture seems to be fine. So it seems like that folder protection actually did its job, because we excluded the desktop. I'm not sure what this is. So it says it's not nice. So although the pictures have not been encrypted, we obviously have this file that's not supposed to be here, but at least our data is intact. So it seems like the document protection folder did actually work. Let's quickly have a look at our startup items. So as you guys can see, this machine is just looping, it's not booting up. Let's reset it again. Okay, startup items, not that super many, but obviously this is Java related. I'm not sure what that is, and something that might do with the registry. But yeah, obviously we do have ransomware infection on this machine, so definitely you need to reload this machine. But luckily pictures and documents are untouched, but desktop seems to be mostly destroyed, because even the malware is infected. Okay, but also not all of it, so it's partial ransomware infection. And then as you guys can see, MaxSecure is not booting up. So by the looks of it, it looks, I would say Arcabit did actually better than MaxSecure, because at least you have your machine you can boot up, copy your data, and things like that. So all the pros and cons, I would say more cons for both of them than actually pros, but for Arcabit at least pictures and documents seems to be intact, although we have that PowerShell. You can just delete it, just obviously don't copy it. Copy your pictures and documents, and you should be good to go. Reload this machine, and it seems like Edge is opening up. It's fine, just close it. For MaxSecure, unfortunately the machine is not booting up, as you guys can see. So it definitely did worse than Arcabit, but I'll definitely retest these products before their trials expire. See if we can't maybe get 2 more tests out of the trial, but we'll definitely at least test it one more time. But I cannot recommend any of these 2 products at this stage. yeah, I don't think there's actually much more to say about these two products, guys. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the test. What your thoughts are about this products, if any of you are maybe using it. But at this stage, I would say you better off with some sort of other programs, because remember, these two are paid versions, because they are trials. So we've seen free AVs do a lot better. So maybe save yourself a couple of bucks and then just use a free AV. But obviously, if you need the other additional modules, and if you want to make sure you have comprehensive protection, then there's other paid versions out there, obviously. But yeah, this is the test, this is the results, guys. And then I'll see you guys in the next one.